Today is day 48 of listening to a new album on my treadmill until we hit 2027, and today's album is Optimistic. Welcome back to Walk and Talk, and today we're talking about Time and Place by Kero Bonito, clocking in at 33 minutes. It's the second album from the UK's electronic trio, released in 2018 and was suggested through my Instagram comments section. Stay to the end to see what I thought. Time and Place departs from the carefree bubblegum electronics of KKB's earlier work and instead leans into harsher rock sounds. There's still traces of their earlier work, mainly through the amazing synth lines that grace nearly every track, as well as Sarah's high-pitched whimsical voice appearing on every song. However, this album's a lot more real and honest than their past work. This album focuses on the nitty-gritty of the human condition and speaks on things like depression, derealization, and death, but the band's attitude towards these subjects is rebellious. It's mainly because they're actively working on their issues instead of wallowing in the darkness. For every depressing song topic, there's a moment of optimism, whether it's lyrical or instrumental, and I really like that. However, I do think this album's short runtime leads to some songs feeling like flashes in the pan, but there's still a bunch of highlights here. My biggest favorite is easily Only Acting. This song has the most wild progression here, starting super innocent with these stock drums that give way to this catchy but sad chorus about the performance of life itself. But then the track begins to stutter and completely fall apart as Sarah loses her shit. Other highlights for me are Time Today, which is easily the best single here. It has a melody that is so sweet that it actually makes me want to cry. Flyway has an excellent transition out of Only Acting and has the lone guitar solo on the album. Dump's instrumental reminds me heavily of early Steve Lacy, but Sarah's lyrics about being able to find joy in garbage make this one stand out really hard. Visiting Hours, despite speaking on seeing a family member in the hospital, finds the joy in being able to connect with that person and the optimism that they'll be okay. If I Known has the crispiest bass line on the entire album, and this one's just a funky jam about the infinity of the universe. Sometimes has the most powerful statements about life on the album, describing the many ups and downs we encounter, but it's sung by an entire group of people, including Sarah, and just a lone guitar. And Swimming is definitely the most indie sounding track here, using a summary instrumental to describe the way we swim through life. My least favorite is probably the closer, Rest Stop. It starts off super promising, using these really weird out-of-tune piano notes. However, this song falls flat toward the second half. It buries Sarah under this really big wall of noise, and it leaves the album off on a pretty sour note. Overall though, I'm feeling a straight A on this one. KKB's pivot into harsher sounds without losing their joyful edge is really something to behold. Their spirit of staying optimistic even in trying times is something that I'm really going to take with me going forward. Vlog results are coming to you right now. Make sure y'all like, follow, and comment any albums you want me to do in March or anything I might have missed from this record, and I will see you all for day 49.